Okay, so welcome everybody. Very excited tonight to be sharing with one of my buddies in the business, Sam Harrison, who is a Blue Diamond executive here on the Gold Coast and has been for how many years now, Sam? 12 years?
I've been in the business for 14 and Blue Diamond for 12, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Time flies when you're having fun with great people. And my name is Karen Millers. I'm also from the fabulous Gold Coast. Sam and I have the pleasure to work together on many occasions locally, but also when we travel. And I have been a customer of Nu Skins for 20 years, been a business partner with Nu Skin for 17 years, and I have been a Blue Diamond, I don't know how many years, and a team lead executive 8 years. So yeah, very, very excited to be sharing this remote workers with you. Something that we have been inspired by the US team, Blakely Lawrence, who is part of our greater team, what she's been doing in her business, and the growth that we've seen them create really excited for us to want to share this with everyone of how it works. And so just a little insight for the team, the US team that started this under Blakely Lawrence. They grew something like 700 new brand affiliates in their first month of doing this. And that's pretty impressive. So if it's possible for them, it's possible for us. And so we wanted to share it. So Sam's already been working with this system for a month now, and we're just going to share what we've been doing. So just excuse me while I get my screen up.
Yeah, I'll talk. Yeah, only 2 weeks I've really been doing it, Karen.
Amazing, and getting some amazing work as well. So amazing results as well. So congratulations, Sam. I'm so proud of what you've achieved. So when I was doing these slides, all about me, when I think about remote work, I think about sitting at the beach and working, which I do often. And so what rocks your boat, replace the pictures with you doing that. But for me, I love the beach. And Sam, where would you want to be? Where do you want to be when you're remote working?
Oh, anywhere from, sitting at the beach to like sitting while babysitting my granddaughters, or traveling, going to Tasmania in a few weeks. So I'm going to be working from my phone everywhere I go. I love it. It's just so
fantastic.
Easy.
It does. It gives you such great opportunities. And again, working around your family instead of your family working around you. Okay, let's get started. What do you do when you're doing the remote work? It starts with making a decision and putting the time aside to work your business. And so most people start Nu Skin and they are working full time. They don't have a lot of time, so you could weave it into your cracks of your day. Sam, what do you do next?
So yeah, definitely time blocking is a massive thing. And then you've got to work with your Facebook, which is, I call it your shop. So warming up your Facebook, whether or not you get it on our Blitz calls, or whether if you can't get on them because of work or getting ready or kids, then working a time that works with you. And I always say to people, if you can, dedicate 5 to 10 hours of creating this through your social media, and then we teach 4 other people to create that 5 to 10 hours in the cracks of their times, this can completely change your life. And warming up Facebook is one of the first place to get started, like going in and having a look at what you've been posting lately, your content, and just showing up and being a content king and an engagement queen is what I like to call it. So that's a weak tip for a lot of people if they're duplicating this. Yeah.
So the system is step by step. And so the first post is the help wanted post. And this is the post that I think both you and I put up, Sam, just asking people who's keen to work from home, because it's been busy. It's been exciting sharing these products, and people are looking for money, particularly this time of the year. People are looking for ways to make money, not just spend it. And so you pop up the post, and then what do you do, Sam?
Well, then, yeah, you just try to get that 10 comments within the hour. So you need some support from either your sideline or your family or, you know, some people, and get that 10 comments. Exactly the same as a shout out referral post. And then you sort of, I feel you just let it run for a little while. So not sitting on your phone and answering people straight away, because you want them to think that you're not desperate. So just let it run for a little while. And then each time that you go back and answer somebody's question and say, I'm going to inbox you, it'll sort of come back up to the top. So this can run for like quite a while, this one post. And yeah, I think we sort of took what they were doing in the US, and I worked with quite a few people as well with, you know, putting those words together. Susan McDonald was one of them, and just finding what worked and sounded more authentic. I don't know, like there's a few different ways and there's a few different spins on this that I've seen going around, but that was just one that we came up with that felt comfortable. There is remote workers as well, isn't there, Karen?
Yeah, some people put up remote workers wanted, and so that really took with a lot of people because of the COVID thing.
Yeah.
And so it's just
then when
about
you get the 10 comments, so when you get the 10 comments, love them, not just like them, and really just keep this by your side over the next few days and just really keep an eye on it, and comment back and then inbox them, which is the next stage.
Sam, some people have asked me why I love them, and how do you love them? Because when you just press the button, it just says like.
No, you go in and you get the option to choose. So there's like, love, there's all the emojis above it. Yeah. So if you hold your finger, you can see all the different emojis. So Facebook likes when you love it more, and it'll give you more recognition than if you just like, because so many people just go through and like, and it's easy to like. They like you to interact, and they'll give you more recognition, than if you just like it. So you really want to love it.
That first post is really quite important. And the other thing that I encourage people to do is that when they're putting up this for the first time, it's the first time they've ever sold anything or done anything like this before on social media, I encourage them to reach out to their family and friends. And for example, with the toothpaste, I'd say, you know, all your family and your friends brush their teeth anyway, and this toothpaste is the best toothpaste you'll ever use. Brings your teeth back to the natural colour, and also your mouth will never taste like the bottom of a birdcage again. And so, reach out to your family and your friends and ask them to support your post. Just say, look, I'm sharing this new toothpaste that I really love. I'm going to put a post on my social media, because I think other people will like it too. Wondered if you'd like to try it with me. Would you be open to supporting my post? So ask your friends for help, and that way your post is likely to get.
And I think that way too, when you're asking family and friends, it's not just all your Nu Skin support team, because you don't want it to look like, I'm so glad I did this. Like, I don't. I just want to have a bit of everything. So I asked my daughter, like Bill, and they said, so proud of you. And I asked one of my girlfriends, I said, I know you're not interested in the business, but could you just go in and write something? And she's like, what you've achieved is incredible. Like, so you want that mix of comments if you can get it.
Yeah, I think that's one of the most important things you do in that first post.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, so we've put some scripts together. Sam's put some scripts together. We've got some scripts that we've also lent from the US team, plus we've done a little playing with a few of them. It depends on how well you know the person and, you know, what your relationship with has been, whether you're going to just tell them a little bit or a lot. What do you find, Sam?
Yeah, I used the second one, the long one, just got straight to the point. And again, I worked with Susan, and we sort of went back and forth, and it was like, how does that sound? Like, what does that sound? So it's sort of getting everything in there, and we did put a little bit of bonuses and all that, and then I took that out. So it was just coming up with it. But I found that one seemed to get most back, as in response. There was a lot that didn't respond, But then I just went to the next stage. So sending a few more messages and a voice recording, which you'll hear. So yeah, I found that worked pretty well.
So you'll find all these scripts there in our master boards. So if you're part of our master boards, you'll see it there already. Sam's been so kind to put that up already. So yeah, don't have to stress about taking screenshots and stuff. So this is another script that we use, and it's just keeping it super simple. We want to keep this system simple for people. I'm the master of confusing. So this is a really simple system, and I found it very easy to use and also very easy to share. So what happens when they say, yes, Sam? They say, yes, I want to know more. I want to do this. What do you say to them? What do you do next?
Yeah. So yeah, if they say they want to know more, then I straight away just send them a voice message and just say, great, I'm booking in calls. It takes about 10, 15 minutes. What would be a good time for you? So acting on that pretty much straight away, and then setting up a time to have a call with them. And I just make it really casual, like it's 10, 15 minutes. It can be here in Messenger. And usually if they don't want to get on a call, or they don't want to do a referral shout out post, it's like, I don't know, like it can be a little bit tricky and a little bit harder. And then I just ask them, if you don't want to do that, how do you feel that you would be able to, work with this, like these products from what I've sent you? So asking them questions. I ask them lots of questions. Get to know them, be interested in them. Learn about them, and like you want to sort of go back and forth in that 15 minutes. Like some of them, one lady I had, she just wanted to talk about her and her dogs for 10 minutes, and I sort of cut it because I thought this is just going nowhere, and got straight to the point. So it is a little bit like an interview, and just asking them if they're coachable. I've asked everyone if they're coachable, or just saying the people that usually succeed at this the best, they're coachable. And I just give them little tasks to do, and I'm here for you to hold your hand the whole way. Does that sound something like you'd be interested in? So getting them to sort of nod when you're talking and asking those questions. And yeah, how much money, like where do you see yourself? Do you want to earn a couple of hundred, or would you be more interested in earning thousands? If you're interested in earning thousands, then I really think that it's important for you to start listening to recorded calls and getting on our calls and like a little bit more serious than just doing one post. And I try to tell them that it's so much bigger than just doing one post, and that sort of entwines into my story, where I was 10 years ago without this business. So it's not just about selling products. It's so important to get that across too in the conversation, because I think if you just said, let's do a post to put it up, and they'd be thinking, $12 a tube or whatever. I thought that this was a big business. So I think that's really important to get that through in your 15-minute conversation. And then if they tick all the boxes with all that, then I just say, sure, I'd love you to meet Karen's been going on her 18th success trip, and she's, blah, blah, blah. If I feel that that's right, if I feel that they're not there, I probably won't say that, and just let's start with a referral post. So you've just got to weigh it all up. Definitely give them a task to do, and then see if they do it. Like one lady last week, she had a photo of a duck for a profile pic, and I asked her to change it to her, and she still hasn't, and we're just really going nowhere. So she's having troubles with her self-confidence, and maybe it might be down the track, but it's not right now for her.
Yeah, and that's really important, because the thing is, you don't want to be wasting time with people that don't want to do it. And so if they identify themselves really early on that they're not coachable, and so it's not a bad thing. And also, Sam, like you had Ange, who you've known for how long?
Yeah, so I met Ange 6 years ago in Bali, and she did own a gym. So she had a really successful shout-out post last week or 2 weeks ago. But when I met her, she wasn't interested in the business, and I've just kept that connection with her. Like, she's a grandma too, and we just sort of go back and forth. And that's the thing too, is, whether you're just starting off in this, I think it's there's so much that we can do with this connection online as well as offline, like posting things, like engaging in your in your content, whether it's, there's 4 things I've written down: personal, educational, engagement, motivational. So like being a content creator, because you're going to attract a lot more people throughout the whole process as well. People join energy. So just giving value to all your posts. And then you'll just find that people will want to stick with you and follow you. And that was pretty much what Angela did. She was sort of watching. And another big thing is, don't be married to the process. Like, you know, when they do it, it's like, okay, let's see how this goes, and telling them that as well. You know, don't say you could sell heaps and heaps and heaps, because they may not. And you might, like another one last week, she nothing really happened. So, but yeah, just keeping that relationship with people, and you just never know when they're going to pop up. So Ange sold her gym in June, and I didn't know that. So she hasn't been really working. She's been doing some boot camps early in the morning, so she doesn't get on these calls. She gets up at 3:30. So you just don't know. So yeah.
Absolutely, we don't know who's looking and who's wanting more out of their lives unless we ask. And so Sam's already gone through this. So some people just want some fast money. Other people are looking for more. So just always be listening and asking lots of questions, because the answers are always in the questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so what if somebody doesn't respond to you at all, Sam? They've said they wanted it, and then you've gone out and reached out to them, sent them that message or a voice message. What do you do next? No,
so yeah, just exactly like this. I just say, hey, Karen, I hope you're great. Just following up as you're interested in my post. Wanted you to know that I'm not a robot. Like, I just throw that in because I think it sounds a little bit funny. If you'd let me know either way, I just don't want to forget about you, because I know you were interested, and I know how we can get busy. But I have a recording as well of a call I had. We had over 70 people last week. Even if you want me to send that to you, just let me know either way. Hope you're looking forward to a great week, or something like that. Like they change every time, because I don't read it off the script like I just did. But I think if you do it in 30, 40 seconds, don't make it be long, and just have your energy up, because I've had, a lot that didn't respond to the text, and then they've responded to this, and they're like, oh, I feel really bad because I didn't get back to you, or, you know, blah, blah, blah. So voice message, be excited, and they can feel your energy, especially if it's overseas. They love our accents. So, and, you know, if it still doesn't happen, it could be down the track. They're going to be watching you.
Absolutely, they will be watching you. Sam, I know you've got your step tracker there. Can we have a quick look at it? Yeah.
So this is it here. It's very basic, and then the 10 in the yellow are the ones that said yes. So I've got them in my diary and just been working with them. So yeah, there's actually a few more on there. I haven't written them down, but there's one gorgeous girl. I don't know if she's on this call tonight, but we only spoke for the first time today, and that's been 2 weeks because she's been busy, and she did a referral post, and it looks like it's going really well this afternoon. So it can, as I said, it can just keep going.
That's great. And so also another response, you know, hope you had a great weekend. Just wanted to follow up and see if you're still interested. I had quite a few start up last week and excited about the possibilities, and some already making money. Let me know if you're keen to chat. Or if not, that's fine. And the thing is, you want to give people permission to say no. We're not forcing anybody to do anything.
Yeah.
And what if they eventually do say no, instead of they're just not saying anything? When they say, no, Sam, I'm not interested, what do you do?
So yeah, you can just say to them, no problem at all. If you know of anyone that's looking for more, because I certainly was 10 years ago, and I'm so glad that someone told me. So if you could do that. Or some people are open to doing a referral post. If that interests you, I could, you know, you could say you could put them in the draw to win a free firming cream. But yeah, you've got a few options there. So no isn't completely no. But yeah, you've got to also be, you know, aware of you know, just they're not interested at all. So you don't want to pester them or anything like that, or go, oh, you know, that's not, you know, you said you wanted it. Just be really mindful, and they'll still be watching you.
Absolutely. And being
yeah,
grateful.
Invite them to your beauty group too.
Yes, absolutely, because you never know, and ask them what they're interested in. I like to ask the question all the time. So what's interesting to you, anti-aging, from the inside or the outside? And getting them to have conversations, and inviting them to the group is really important. And so, but 80% of the time when you're on social media, Sam, we talked about this earlier as well. This was one of the rare posts you actually put up on your personal page, because we've got an 80-20 rule of 80% of the time your personal page should be about your lifestyle and those things you talked about. What did you say? Education.
Personal, educational, engagement, motivational.
Yeah.
So I didn't do much about business at all, like, except, you know, success trips and all that. Like, I'd always say I just earned the free success trip, or little things like that. So I was probably more 90-10, like 90% family and lifestyle and food and weekends and all that sort of thing. So I obviously had a little bit of a blockage there with, you know, business. But yeah, I just thought the other day or the other week, you know, again, I don't know where I'd be if Roberta hadn't told me. And although that was offline, now we've got, you know, this incredible thing that we can do online. I'm like, why aren't I doing it? So I just did it. I just was like, okay, I'm seeing a few other people do it. I'm going to do it. And I was like really nervous about it. And I think Veronica once said, screw it, just do it.
So she got away with words, our V.
Well, that's the nice version of it. I'm not going to. That's not V. So there's another version. So I just thought, wow, what have I got to lose? And then I was just like, whoa, blown away. And even some customers that I thought wouldn't want to be, you know, looking for extra money. I was just like, one of them was beautiful lady who's like in her 70s, and she always buys off me. And she said, yeah, I'm interested. I was like, oh, blown away by the people that commented. So I'm really glad I did it. And, you know, I'm not going to do it all the time. I don't think it's something that I do all the time, but I think if you, just let people know that you're there to help them. I think it's coming from that place of caring and want to help other people, and being authentic, being real, being genuine. Yeah,
I think we can do it at different times. Yes, you wouldn't want to do it all the time. And just really quickly before we go, I had some really interesting calls which really surprised me and also touched my heart, in that I had people reaching out to me, calling me and saying, asking me if everything is okay, and like particularly customers that, you know, can we help you, Karen? I didn't realise that you were going through. They never obviously read the post. They
didn't read it all. Yeah,
I needed help. So I thought that was really sweet.
Yeah, I had some interesting ones. I had a lady from United States, and we teed up a time, and it was good. And she was in a car outside McDonald's, and I said, "Oh, how are you?" And she's like, "Good. I've just been talking to a guy that I've online," and like, she's my age, like in her early 50s, and she said, "And I haven't talked to him for ages." And then next thing, this little dog comes up and starts licking her mouth, and I'm like, oh, and I thought she was going to go, stop it, but she kept talking. And then next thing she goes, oh yeah, he's telling me he needs to do a pee-pee. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then she goes, I've got 2 more of them here. And she pulls her phone around, and there's like all these dogs sitting in this really dirty car. And I'm like, okay, do you want to take them to the toilet and we can talk another time? She goes, no, I can do it while we're on the phone. And she's got them all out and screaming, and I get straight onto it, and she's like, I don't really use skincare. And I said, you know what, this probably isn't for you, you know, like, oh, I've got to go, I've got another call. And I'm like, out of there. So yeah, you're going to get some funny ones. Pardon?
Yeah, give yourself permission to be able to say no. Don't be so desperate to
I was like, oh,
every Mary in the dairy. So anyway, thank you so much, Sam. We will be this call will be going up, and so that you can refer back to it. Don't forget the board's master board board is available with the scripts on it, and you've got all the information on the lead up to Christmas. let's just embrace it and have some fun with it. Thanks so much, Sam.
That's okay. There's just a couple of questions here, Karen. I think.
Okay.
From Alison, do you do the getting to know you call on Messenger? Yes, I do. But today, the girl that I was doing it with didn't have great service, so I asked for a mobile. And some do camera on, some do camera off. So I asked them as soon as I start it, or do you do a Zoom? So the Zoom's probably the next stage, because I just think I try to make it as easy as possible. So there, I hope that answered all the questions. Where do you find the link to Masterboards from Tiff? We can send that to you, Tiff. It's actually in Masterboards. It's right down the bottom. If you scroll down, it'll just say, can't remember what we called it. We called it
Remote Workers.
Remote Workers. It's right at the bottom. Yeah. All right.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Karen.
I'm going to stop the recordings.